unclaimed speech about violence in video games and its disassociation with aggression in children. How many of you have heard of the tragedy at the Columbine school? And how many of you who have heard of it instantly associate it with the crazed, murderous students obsessed with violent video games and think of their obsession as causing it all? Well, good, because you would be wrong. Violent video games are just that, a game. Throughout many years of their development, outraged parents, lobbyists, and even congressmen have sought aggressive regulation and restrictions to be placed on this medium because of its supposed destructive influence on the people who play them. And yet, for all the studies done on video games, nothing more than weak correlation has ever been shown. But don't take my word for it. Ask someone who has done studies on video games and their effect on people. United States Surgeon General David Satcher. According to Satcher, the most objective and methodologically sound studies of video games and aggressive behavior found no link between the two. Many other scholars and researchers who have found the same results attribute whatever small evidence of aggressive behavior to the reverse corollary, that violent people are attracted to violent games. Even when a tragic and violent crime is committed, the numbers do not support the witch hunt. In a study done by Henry Jenkins of USC, violent juvenile crime is at a 30-year low in the United States. To back up these numbers, Jenkins states researchers find that people serving time for violent crimes typically consume less media than the average person before committing their crime. As if this apparent calming effect weren't enough to convince those still skeptical, video games have shown to serve as a social bridge between adolescents who would otherwise not get along. Richard Falzone, a psychiatrist specializing in children and adolescents, has discovered this personally. My 12-year-old son, he writes, isn't particularly good at athletics, but he's very competitive at video games. It gives him a certain social status and respect among other kids. And so, as I have shown, the fearmongers are shown to be wrong. When everything in the world goes awry and the unthinkable occurs, what better scapegoat could there be than something that cannot defend itself? But just as cars, guns, and alcohol before it, the responsibility ultimately lies on the person in control.